Hi guys, so it cut out when I went to go give you the advice. So let me give you the last closing advice, okay? I've been sitting in the evening time, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. Yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll. Number 16. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Confidence, putting the past behind you. Home in Georgia, waiting for the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for, knowing nothing's gonna come my way. Oh, I just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I've rolled, and this dark my home. Now I'm just a sit at the dock of the bay, wasting time. Away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Through experience of the past and confidence, your confidence is growing. You no longer feel the need to hide behind others. At last, you see and accept that you are a wonderful individual in your own right. You are looking for new challenges which will inspire and drive you. There is no time to waste as you're ready for action. Tears of sadness are now long gone. Those difficult experiences were a huge learning opportunity, but you have learned difficult lessons and are realizing they have made you who you are today. You may feel you still have a way to go before you feel fully confident, but you are on the right path and getting there. Take life one day at a time, and each day that passes you will move closer to getting your goal. So remember, those copycats, they're not doing anything for themselves, okay? All they're doing is giving you some clout. That's it. So keep going, okay? You got this. You are the wings of light, as my High Priestess of Oracle deck is showing me, okay? It says it's time to become something new, okay? Because you are going through this portal, but it's about growth. It's time to grow, okay? Growth requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Growing pains can help to gain wisdom and experience. The old must be left behind before growing into something new, guys. If you watched part 1, you know. It's about leadership, guys. You are no longer the supporting cast. You are now the leading man or woman. Take the initiative and lead the way for others to follow. You will be judged by the company you keep and those you admire. Remember, the company you keep is everything. It's about creativity, guys. Take a risk if you want to lead a creative life. Invite creativity into your life and create something new for yourself. Remember, the comfort zone is where your creations go to die. So, somebody's feeling chased or needs to start chasing after their dreams, okay? Take it as it resonates, but ask yourself, what are you running away from? What is making you feel overwhelmed, and what are you afraid and unwilling to face? Because it's time to use your intuition, okay? Look at areas in your life that need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers and listen to the message that comes from your intuition and follow it through. It's time to nurture, guys. Time to go into nature, start living with life with nature. Remember that. Treat your body as if you are part of Sungwai Dizu, part of nature, part of the stars. Know your worth, okay? Take care of your needs first. Your nurturing benefits others only if your needs are met first. Nurture the new in your life and watch it grow. Remember, you are beautiful. No matter, even if you don't think you are enough, you are enough. You just have to put your best foot forward and start raising the vibrations to bring in a beautiful, loving, compassionate, receptive relationship. Like I said in part 1, there's 7 billion people in this world. You only need one, though. It's about body. Be careful how you treat your body, okay? And how you treat others. What part of you do you look at? What part of you do you need to look more closely at? What's functioning and not functioning in your areas of life? And how do you feel about your body? The vehicle. How are you driving your body? How are you driving your life? Where are you going? Are you going in the ditch? Be careful. You can always get out of the ditch, but your shit's going to be fucked up, isn't it? So be careful what you're doing on these roads called life. And learn from your experiences so you don't have to replay them over and over and over. Ask yourself, do you know what direction you want to go in life? Do you feel in control of your plans? And do you represent the car model in your dream? Okay, remember it's about growth. Okay, High Priestess of Light, let's get some messages. Now you definitely have that Wings of Light. Now I have a whole damn deck here. Half a deck here. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the story is, okay? So you have a Knight of Swords here. There's somebody who wants to come in, very brave, to offer you some kind of information about this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, some kind of unemployment or how they had no long-term goal with this Five of Swords. Now they're being dragged into other people's conflict and unresolved issues, and they want to come in, but they're being tricky and dishonest. And it's the Seven of Swords. You have to be aware, okay? There was a lot of lying, cheating, backstabbing, and enemies want to come on your side, but you're the Queen of Cups, so you're intuitive, you're inspirational, and you're seeing the vision as for what it is, and you're being compassionate and extremely mature about the situation, because you see the Seven of Cups. There was a lot of temptations, hopelessness, indecisions, and abuse of drugs. And this Empress in the upright is fertile, abundant. She's marriage material, she's down to earth, and she's not allowing any messages to come in with the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of delayed messages because of people being forced. The Four of Swords. Now somebody needs to rest and recuperate from this near-death experience, and they're having to learn. They're having to learn to take a break from this conflict because the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. There's a lot of bad luck. There's karma being played out. There's this vengeful cycle being played out, and there's a lot of disappointments because people are being stuck. You need to go into hermit mode, okay? Start soul searching, discovering your soul path, okay? Go into meditation. Start reflecting on what's going on. Get that spiritual guidance, because there's a Queen of Wands here. Somebody who is vibrant, magnetic, determined woman who is a leader, who is definitely going to go forward, who has a good political advice, and who is an actual valuable asset to. And it's the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So they're turning their talents into profession, and they're really going forward to make this groundbreaking work, to bring practicality and spirituality to everybody, to activate. And it's really about being attentive to the details, okay, guys? Because there's a Four of Wands in reverse here. So there's a lot of clouded joy, canceled events that you're going to have to overcome. And you're going to have to transmute that darkness into light, because you see that there's a lot of jealousy and moodiness and unrealistic false expectations with this Knight of Cups. There was too many people coming into love bomb, and that's why this Five of Wands is here. There's conflict avoidance. You're going to have to avoid this nonsense, and that's why in part 1 you were saying peace the fuck out to this nonsense, because you know who you are. You're the Queen of, you're the Empress, you know? You're all the queens in the upright. Now, you have sacred action, okay? You're starting something new. You're having this decisive focus to really go inwards in this hermit mode, to get the death and rebirth, to turn that darkness into light, like I just finished saying, because you have brilliant beliefs. Illuminate your life force and find that personal power, okay? This is what keeps me going, is my hope. My faith that no matter how much bad things people do to me, I'm gonna continuously put out good, because I know I'm gonna get it back somewhere else. I know it, and that's what keeps me driving. It's that precognition. I have my psychic abilities to see the future, to know that I'm not gonna be alone for the rest of my life. It's the idyllic time for this garden of paradise, and to start showing who exactly you are, so then you can bring in this beautiful, loving abundance, because you are the divine feminine, and it's time to go with the flow. Okay, magnetic and receptive power, and let go, cleanse, and receive what is yours. Let's get some it says to go on a walking meditation, okay, for the next week, to really clear your mind from any of these issues at hand, so then you can really address them and start eliminating what no longer serves you. Let's get some advice from the animal. Okay, so I see in, okay, so the Wolverine. It says you're a lot tougher than you think you are. Remember, you've conquered all these trials and tribulations up to now, so there's no reason why you can't conquer anymore. So you have to remember who you are and keep going. The blue heroine says, make a stand for what you believe in, and do what feels right in spite of the judgment and disapproval of others. The Hawaiian owl says, your ancestors and spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to the signs and omens from them. The ladybug says, this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life, and use both your intuition and your intelligence to solve the problems, to get the answers to your question, the chimpanzee says. It's time to be your own fact checker. Okay, let's see what the ancestors have to say for you. Ancestors, what's the closing message from my spirit? From my spirit team to my collective. Okay? Now, dancer of reconciliation. It's time to reconcile with yourself. Reconcile with those who do deserve you. Okay? Dancer of frustration, but you're going to have to dance with your frustrations as to why you don't want to go into this new chapter, why you don't want to take this new leap of faith, why you don't want to change. Okay? The spirit of nurture. It's time to nurture yourself. Okay? And start dancing with friendships. Start dancing with your soul tribe. Start dancing with yourself and your spirit guides. Start giving back when you can. Start receiving when you're given. That was one of my problems. I would always say, no, I'm okay. I can do it by myself, the spiritual person. But it's okay to say, thanks. I appreciate it. I was so used to not having people being so mean to me, you know, and not wanting to help me, that I was stuck in that rut for so long. I just would continuously just keep saying no. But then a beautiful woman told me, you know, I love to give, and you're depriving me of the fact that I want to give to you. So you need to be receptive of the generosity that I'm giving to you. And that taught me something so big. So I want to thank 1331 on the clock. I want to thank every single person who's been kind to me, who's been generous to me, who's been receptive towards my giving, because I'm a giver too. And when somebody says they don't want it, it does. It makes me feel exactly like that woman said, you know? You don't want to take what I want to give to you? It puts you in something, okay? But only give when you know you can give. Because if you give from an empty cup, you go back home and you have nothing to give to yourself. So, weigh up the pros and cons to situation. Be receptive. Remember, you're the divine feminine. You're the empress. And that's why people will copy you and give bad advice to keep you stuck. But you have an emperor coming in. So, be receptive. And don't forget to give too. Love, light, respect. Thank yous all for participating, for watching. You know, you don't have to like, comment, or none of all this stuff, you know. So, the fact that you do, I'm really appreciative. Okay, so if you want a more personal reading, I'll put all my information at the bottom. And yeah, so I'll see you during the week. I'll have my booth outside. I was gonna say upstairs, so maybe I'm gonna have my booth in upstairs eventually. But bigger goal is you know, to travel and to help people and to do seminars, you know, and really put my best foot forward. But remember, nobody has to hear the story, especially if they're not ready for it. So plant a seed and never, ever, ever take for granted the ability of that seed to grow. Okay? So you never know when that seed's gonna grow, but you planted it. So keep watering it. Keep being free. Keep being abundant. And abundant comes in so many shapes and sizes. So be authentic to your core values and stand up for yourself. Stand up for what's right. And love. It's a time for love. It's a time for giving. It's a time to be receptive. Mwah! Peace. Bye, guys.